Good afternoon to you. Today we will continue with parliamentary procedure. In the earlier class, we have seen the questions, kinds of questions, conditions of admissibility of questions, and procedure for answering the questions. Today we will see the two issues which are related to questions. What are those two? Number one, short notice question. Number two, half an hour discussion. These two are related to questions. How it is related, I will come now. When we started the discussion on questions, I defined short notice question is a starred question asked for at a shorter notice. That is, less than 10 clear days of notice. Obviously, the member has to furnish the reasons for shortening the notice period. If no such reasons are cited in the notice, then the question will be returned to the member. It is not admitted at all. It will be returned. Now, if a notice is signed by more than one member, then it is deemed to have been given by the first signatory, obviously. Second point, you should remember. Third, if the speaker accepts the urgency, the concerned minister will be asked whether he is in a position to reply to the question at a shorter notice, and if so, on which date he prefers to answer. Now the choice is with the minister. Minister can accept or not accept the short notice of the question. Nevertheless, even if minister agrees to reply at a shorter notice, speaker can disallow the question if he or she feels that it is not important enough and if it is not urgent enough. However, if the minister has refused to accept the short notice question and if the speaker feels that the matter is really important enough to be orally answered, then he may admit the question in the ordinary course and give the first position among the starred questions on the day on which the ministry is grouped. So, suppose the minister refuses, then it will be the first in the position of in the starred question, first position on the day on which the ministry is due. But remember, this is only an exceptional circumstance, not as a regular measure. When a short notice question is admitted and placed on the agenda, it will be called immediately after the question hour or immediately after the starred questions for the day have been disposed of. Sometimes all the starred questions should be over by, instead of at 12 o'clock, it will be over by 11:30 if no member is there. So it will be taken at 11:30, immediately after the question hour. In case the question hour is dispensed with due to some reasons, or it has not been provided for answer, there is no question hour on that day, then it may be called as the first item of business in the next sitting. Next day, next sitting, it will be called. A short notice question put down on the list of short notice question can be postponed at a later date at the request of the member and at the request of the minister and with the concurrence of the member. If two people agree, of course, subject to the overall approval of speaker, it can be shifted to another day. Most important point, not more than one short notice question is put down on any one day. Short notice questions cannot be addressed to private members. I have already told you who is a private member and what are the conditions to address a question to the private member, etc. We have already discussed in the last class. So, no short notice question can be addressed to a private member. So, this is short notice question. Now we are coming to half an hour discussion. What is half an hour discussion? See, suppose I remember to told you when we discussed, suppose very important issue. It has come in the shape of starred question. Many members have given supplementary notice and they are all asking. One question has consumed more than 25 minutes. What will happen to the rest of the question? So, the speaker will advise the members, please give a notice for half an hour discussion. You might have seen, if you have seen the live proceedings of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, you might have come across with this incident. The speaker used to advise the members, please give notice for half an hour discussion. So, half an hour discussion is nothing but elucidation of the reply given with reference to a recent question. With reference to a recent question. So, a member can give notice to discuss a matter of sufficient public importance which has been subject of recent question, either oral or written, and the answer to which requires elucidation or clarification on a matter of fact. Remember, on a matter of fact. If admitted, half an hour is allotted for discussion. Normally, last 30 minutes, 30 minutes of the sitting is allotted. Nevertheless, speaker can allow more time also depending upon the importance of the subject. Half an hour discussion are normally held on 3 sittings in a week. 3 sittings in a week. Normally Monday, Wednesday and Friday. During budget session, only one half an hour discussion is allowed for a week till the disposal of financial business. These are conditions. Now, the member who wants to raise discussion should give a written notice to the Secretary General within 3 days of the reply to the question. See the condition. Within 3 days from the reply of the question, and the minimum number of advance notice is 3 days. Suppose the 3 days is, suppose the question is asked today, within 3 days the notice should be given, and minimum 3 days advance notice should be given, totally 6 days. So 3 days, at least 3 days notice in advance of the day on which the discussion is sought. An explanatory note citing the reasons for discussion should accompany the notice for obvious reasons. Before admitting the notice, a copy of the notice should be given to the minister concerned so that he becomes aware of the developments. Once the notice is admitted, the date of discussion will be settled in consultation with the member and the minister. Not more than one half an hour discussion is put down in the name of a member in a week, subject to the condition that the member cannot raise more than 2 such discussion in the same session. So, 1 per member, 2 for the entire session. Remember. Second is to provide time for disposal of urgent business. Speaker has the discretion to put down the half an hour discussion on the following day, which need not be the day of half an hour discussion. Let us say on Friday it has come, but because of certain reason, because of the need to discuss some other important issues, this half an hour discussion can be shifted to Monday or Tuesday, depending upon the convenience of the speaker. Usually, one half an hour discussion is included in the list of business in any particular day. However, during the last few days of the session, more than one such discussion can also be included at the discretion of the speaker. What is the procedure? Procedure is very simple. The member giving notice will make a point, will make a statement, and the minister concerned will give a short reply. Thereafter, the members who have given prior intimation to the speaker will ask clarificatory question asking for elucidation of the matter of fact. Remember, most important, only 4 members are permitted to ask the question each. only 4 members, 4 questions. In case there are more than 4 members seeking permission of the speaker to ask the question, the ballot will be held to select the 4 members. And remember, there is no motion, there is no voting, only asking elucidation on the subject matter of the recent question. A half an hour discussion put down on the list of business for a day can be withdrawn by the member at any time before discussion. Before discussion starts, he can withdraw. In exceptional cases where the matter is important, the speaker at his discretion can convert the half an hour discussion into short duration discussion under Rule 193. So, the half an hour discussion can be converted into short duration discussion under 193 if the matter is important, and remember, at the discretion of the speaker. So, half an hour discussion. Now we are coming to what is the procedure for correcting a reply given by the minister. You know, minister is replying with reference to a question, starred question, unstarred question, or during the debate. There are many occasions where the minister is to reply. So now, when the reply is given by the minister, it is possible. After all, everybody is a human being. All are susceptible to mistake. It is possible, advertently or inadvertently, some mistake could have been corrupt in the reply. So, in such cases, remember, a correction should be given by the minister to the House. Remember, the minister is given reply to a member, but even though the reply is addressed to the member through the speaker, that does not mean it is a matter between the minister and the member. Because the moment the minister has given a reply, it becomes the property of the House. It becomes the public domain. It is a public domain. So the minister should give the corrected version to the House. Now, what is the procedure? The procedure is very simple. He should, within 1 week, he should address the Secretary General. This is the reply I have to give, and this is the incorrect reply. Now I am correcting this within 1 week. If it beyond 1 week, then he has to explain the delay also. If the House is in session, he has to make a statement. There are 2 choices depending upon the speaker. Either he can make a statement or he can lay a statement. If you make a statement and the members who have given intimation, who has raised that issue, they can ask a supplementary question, may be allowed at the discretion of the speaker. If it is an unstarred question, only it will be included in the reply to the written answers, and it will be included as part of the proceedings. If the House is not in session, the minister has 2 options. One, he can wait for the session. In the following session, he can give. Alternatively, he can request the speaker, this is the correct reply. I have not given the correct reply. This is the wrong reply. So please incorporate the correct reply in the proceeding in the place of wrong reply. Suppose in some cases the wrong reply may be very absurd. Very awkward. Somehow it has been slipped. In that case, the awkward reply need not be included. Only the corrected reply can be included in the proceedings. So this is the procedure for correcting a mistake corrupt in the reply given by the minister. With this we will end, and in the next class we will see the rest of the things. What is the questions? What is the defect in the questions? Thank you.